Every year I sit down sometime around mid-November and I think to myself, this whole holiday season, like it sneaks up fast. One moment you're grilling burgers and sitting by the pool, mowing the lawn, and then suddenly you're staring at a turkey the size of a small dinosaur, and the entire corporate world is screaming, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, deal of the week, price drops, early access, hurry. And I always laugh because the moment the Thanksgiving turkey hits the table, the competition for your wallet begins. And so today I want to talk about something real, honest, something fun. How to enjoy the holiday season, the food, the family, the shopping, without getting played by billion-dollar marketing machines. Let's dig in. I'm Andrew Nida with Asset Management Group, and if you've been with us a while, you know we talk about faith, family, and finance, not as three separate categories, but as a single life that all works together. And the holidays, well, this is the time of year when all three collide at once. You've got family expectations, kids' wish lists, emotional marketing, old traditions, new pressures, and sometimes the money side just gets lost in the shuffle until you wake up in January with a credit card statement you didn't ask for and for sure didn't plan for. And so my mission today is simple: help you enjoy the season fully, but spend like someone who's building a future, not falling into a trap. Let's start with Thanksgiving because these numbers are fascinating. All right, picture this with me. Across America right now, grocery carts are overflowing with people like me because we're last minute, but people are buying stuffing, potatoes, rolls, pies, and of course, the overly expensive turkey. Now, do you know how many turkeys we go through every Thanksgiving? About 46 million. Yeah, it's 46 million. That's nearly one turkey for every 6 people in this country. And the classic official Thanksgiving meal, the one that Farm Bureau actually released an article on recently, calculates that each year the average meal for 10 people is like around $58. That doesn't seem right. $5 a person? Like, where did they get their data from? What world are they living in? Like, if you think about it, it's hard to buy 10 Lunchables for $50. For sure, you're not going to be able to create an entire Thanksgiving meal for $50. Look, in reality, you buy drinks, you buy desserts, somebody wants the fancy rolls, you remember you need a tablecloth. Uncle Joe is gluten-free and Aunt Linda wants sparkling water in like 6 different flavors. Like suddenly your $58 dinner looks more like $400 to $600 if you're hosting. Now, am I saying that's bad? Not at all. Hosting is a blessing, but it sets the stage for something important. We enter the holiday season already in spending mode, already warmed up, if you will, already guided by, tradition. And the corporations know this, which brings me to something we all need to remember. And that's point 2, how holiday shopping has changed over time. If you're anywhere near my age, you remember what Black Friday used to be. Now, you'd grab the newspaper, and yes, a real paper, spread all the ads out across the kitchen table, pull out a pen and build this like game plan. Like literally you would have a map, how you're going to hit what store to ensure you get what product at the right time. Sometimes you even had to split up. Like this was a real strategy. I mean, we would hit Walmart first, and then Best Buy, then Target. And no matter what, someone, grabbed that $29 DVD player. It was like chaos, okay? But it was fun. And it was in some sense like a community effort, like a family effort. And people camped out in the parking lots, for Lord's sake, like it was a concert tour. But those days, well, they're long gone. And now we don't gather in the cold. We just roll over, grab our phones, and continue the scroll. And last year, more than 26% of all holiday shopping happened online. Thanksgiving weekend alone saw 197 million shoppers and a record-breaking 10-plus billion in online Black Friday sales. And what's happened is this. Black Friday isn't a day anymore. It's a season, a whole business model. We went from Black Friday to, Black Friday weekend to Cyber Monday to deal of the week and now to early access October. Why? Because companies figured it out. If we can keep your attention longer, we can keep your spending higher. It's not about one transaction. It's about the consistency of spending, creating the spirit to spend your money. And here's where it gets really interesting. When holiday shopping moved online, the transparency had disappeared. The guardrails disappeared. The accountability disappeared. And the manipulation increased. Let me explain. Point 3, or are we just getting played? Well, here's the truth. Are these deals even real? Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Are Black Friday deals actually real? And multiple consumer studies have shown that 85 to 90% of Black Friday sales or deals were actually at the same price or even cheaper at other times throughout the year. Not because retailers suddenly got generous. That's not actually what Black Friday seems to be, but really because retailers play a game called price anchoring. And you've seen this before. An item normally sells for $3.99. In September, they raise it to $5.99, buffer it up a little bit. Then in November, they drop it to $4.49 and slap a tag on it that says save 25%. Lowest price of the year by now. But the reality, it's a discount from an inflated price, not a discount from the real value. And this happens every single year across hundreds of products, TVs, kitchen appliances, toys, headphones, laptops, limited edition, everything, holiday bundles. Many of these holiday versions are lower quality models made specifically for seasonal sales. Cheaper components, slower processors, less durability, but wrapped in a shiny, bow so we don't notice, with a nice tag on it that says discount. Now again, I'm not saying this is evil, it's just business. But you and I should never confuse marketing with truth. So point 4, the credit card trap. Now, this is actually something that really gets on my nerves. So let's talk about the trap that catches more families than anything else. Credit card debt. All right, so the holiday might be magical, but Visa, MasterCard, and every major retailer loves this time of year. Last season, 36% of Americans went into holiday debt. 36% of all Americans. The average balance that was added was $1,181. Average APR right now, 23 to 24%. Store cards, often 30+%. Now, let me tell you what this means in real human terms. Let's say you put $1,200 of Christmas spending on a card, gifts, decorations, travel, dinners, all the extras. You don't pay it in full because, life, if you carry that $1,200, it's hard to get it paid off from time to time. And if that's the case, and you wait 3 months, you'll effectively pay around $1,270. Over 6 months, $1,340, 12 months, roughly $1,480, all the way up to maybe $1,500, $1,600. Now, the deal you got, it wasn't a deal to begin with. And now it's a loan with a smiley face on it, right? And here's the real heartbreak. January comes, the decorations are packed away, the joy has faded, and the bill is still there waiting for you. That's why wisdom matters. That's why intentionality matters. That's why conversations like this, just a reality pulse check, it matters. All right, point 5. Why are we doing this anyway? You got kids, gifts, and, we need to ask the question, what actually makes Christmas special? Parents feel the holiday pressure more than anyone. And we want to make it magical. We want kids to feel loved. We want them to smile. But research shows something surprising. Kids who have fewer gifts often show better creativity, longer attention spans, more gratitude, less stress. And kids who have too many gifts, they bounce from toy to toy, rarely valuing anything, and often feel overwhelmed. And older kids, what they remember isn't the $12 gift. It's the memories, the movie nights, baking cookies, riding around to see Christmas lights, staying up late with family, maybe even the old school Christmas caroling. You see, if you really want to create magic, create tradition, create memories, create moments, not just presents. And yes, this is where faith and family enter the story. Generosity, it molds the heart. Time builds connection. Presence beats presence every time. Let me say that again. Presence, intentionality, being present with your family. It beats the presents or the gifts every single time. Point 6, the corporate war for your wallet. Let's step back and look at the big picture. The holiday season is the Super Bowl of corporate marketing. Every major retailer, and I mean every single one, is competing for the same thing. Your attention, your emotions, your wallet. They want you to feel rushed, excited. They want you to feel pressured. Feel like everyone else is buying this. Feel like if you don't grab it now, you're going to lose it. But here's what I want families to know. You're not powerless. Corporations can win your money, but only through your thoughtful, intentional decisions. Not because you got tricked, not because you panicked, and not because of emotional manipulation. So, how to enjoy this season without getting played? That's the real question. All right, here's where I'm going to get very practical. Let me give you the AMG Holiday Playbook, but in, a conversational form. So, step one, first, make a list before you shop. If you walk into the store or open Amazon without a plan, you've already lost. Impulse is how holiday budgets get destroyed. Second, decide your budget before you start. A budget is simply a boundary that protects your future. We all need them in every area of life, and, well, you need one for your holiday shopping. Write the number down, not what you feel, what you decide. Third, use price tracking tools. Look, Amazon, Walmart, Target, they all use algorithm-driven pricing. You need data on your side too. Technology is powerful. There are tools like Keepa, Camel, Honey, CNET's pricing tracker. These show what the price has actually been over time, what their competitors are selling the same product for. If it was cheaper 2 weeks ago, you'll know. If the sale isn't real, you'll know. Fourth, beware of checkout psychology. Now, this one gets me every time. The checkout line is where 60% of unplanned spending happens, whether online or in store. So ask yourself, did this item exist in my plan 15 minutes ago? If not, put it back. Fifth, slow down. Big purchases, like breathe. If it's over $100, $200 or more, sleep on it. This alone will save families thousands over a lifetime. You should do this with every big purchase. Sixth, choose family experiences. Look, I'm almost 40 years old. Now, when I look back over my lifetime and try to remember gifts, I think I can recall 2, maybe 3. If your kids remember you, not the gifts, like me and my life, then you've won. And finally, anchor your season in generosity, not guilt, not pressure. Just a simple, intentional act of giving. Serve together as a family. Sponsor someone. Give quietly. Model what matters. Generosity grounds the heart and tames the spending impulse. So in closing, gentle, hopeful, grounded. The holidays, it should be a season of joy, not anxiety. A season of connection, not pressure. A season of gratitude, not regret. You can enjoy the shopping. You can enjoy the gifts. You can enjoy the deals. Just don't let the season take from you more than it gives. Be thoughtful, be intentional, and make a plan. And step into the holidays with a heart full of gratitude and a wallet that's still healthy in January. I'm Andrew Nida again with Asset Management Group. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Be intentional with your family. Love on them. I'll see you next week.